Jolly Rude, and today I have a wee tutorial for you. I'm going to be showing you how to get this look, which is sort of a glowy, soft focus, yet defined, smoky eye, springtime kind of look. Yeah, you get it, you get it. And to achieve this look today, we're going to be using the Naked Tree eye palette. Which is a good one for spring because, you know, it's pink. We like pink in spring. So watch on for the tutorial. So I'm just going to start by priming my eyelids with some Urban Decay primer potion. Then as a base colour, I'm just going to apply the shade Strange, which is this satin white, all over the lid. And that gives us a nice light even base from which to work. Next I'm going to start building up the crease, and I'm going to use the shade Limit, which is that matte, sort of a dusky pink tone. I'm just going to work that in. For me, I'm going to work it in slightly above my socket because my eyes are quite small and I like to give the illusion that they're actually bigger than they are. And this helps. Next I'm going to start defining the outer V, and I'm going to use the shade Blackheart for this, which is a gorgeous sort of a matte, it's not really a black, it's more of a sort of a winey colour with a little bit of sparkle. And I'm going to use my LY13, this is a pencil brush. This shadow is quite pigmented, so you want to be careful how much you're picking up on your brush, and I'd be inclined to use a small sort of pencil style brush for popping this in the crease so that you don't overdo it. Looks a bit messy right now, but don't worry, we're going to blend it. And I'm going to blend through the socket with the slightly darker matte colour Nooner here. I'm going to take this on my LY38B, just with a small crease brush. And I'm bringing that further in towards the inner corner of the eye just to give it a bit more definition. It's not so harsh that it's going to close in the eye though. And I'm using it just to blend in that Blackheart colour there. Next I'm going to take my flat shader brush and I'm going to wet it because we are going to do some foiling on the lid to make a beautiful intense pink shimmer. And to do this I'm going to take the shade Dust here, which is the shimmery pink, and I'm going to just tap it onto the lid. I'm tapping to avoid fallout because this one is pretty sparkly. Just right in the centre here. Just tapping, and you can see how intensely it applies when the brush is wet. And it really just opens up the eye. Just pressing it on with your flat shader brush. Exactly where you want it to go. And I'm going to use my LY38 again with the shade Nooner, which was the darker matte rosy pink, just to blend out the edges. Then I'm going to blend all of that in with my Inglot 6SS. I'm going to take a pencil brush. I have this Sigma Pencil E30. And I'm going to take the colour Strange again, which was the Satin White. She's more of a cream than a white. And I'm just going to pop that on the inner tear ducts, and I'm going to extend that just up to the inner corners here, just to brighten it up a bit. It's really nice and bright. And pop a little bit of that under your eyebrows as well as a highlight. I really quite like this shade. It's a good highlight colour because it's not really shimmery, so it doesn't give that sort of artificial highlight look. But it's not too matte either. And it's not too white. Just a nice natural highlight colour. Next I'm going to work on the lower eyelid area, and with my same pencil brush I'm going to take the colour Liar, which is this lovely sort of a rosy goldy brown colour. I don't like putting true pinks down on the, well, anywhere near the edges of the lids, because it gives that sort of mixomatosis eyes look. So I'm going to take more of a brown colour down there. Going to take my small pencil brush again. This is the LY13. I'm going to take the shade Blackheart again, just a matte, sort of a purpley black. And I'm just going to pop that just where my lashes are, just only going towards about the centre of the eye. I don't like to close my eyes in too much because they're quite small. This will just bring the bottom and the top lids together. Well, as in it'll bring the colours together, not it will close them. I'm just going to use my Sigma pencil brush just to blend that all together. And then just give it an all over blend if you need to. Just to even everything out and make sure it is all nicely blended. Then just line your eyes. I'm using NARS Tatar, which is a dark purple NARS Eye Paint. I don't want the line to be too harsh here because we've got a lot going on the eyes with the sparkliness and everything. I just want to just define the edge of the lashes to make sure that there's no whiteness peeking through. And lastly, I'm just going to take a nude colour pencil, this is the Rimmel Scandaleyes, and just put that on my bottom waterline just to open up my eyes a little bit more because they're small and I don't want them so closed in. I'm just going to clean up under my eyes with a bit of NARS Creamy Concealer. A bit of that onto my hand and use it with a brush. Bring the outer edge of that line there up to meet the edge of my brow so that the eyes aren't dragged down too much. Now you would put on lashings and mascara, but I have eyelash extensions in, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to comb through them. So that's the eyes complete. I have a bit of foundation on, but I'm going to continue on with the rest of my makeup. And as a foil to the smokiness of the eyes, I'm going to keep everything else quite nice and light and fresh and springy. So first I'm going to pop on a little bit of Revlon Photoready Skinlights, and this is in the shade 100 Bare Light. I'm just putting a couple of dots of that on my hand, and I'm going to take the Real Techniques setting brush and apply that just to the high planes of my face. Next, for the cheeks, I'm going to take a little bit of the Bourjois Cream Blush 04. This is a nice rosy tone, and I'm going to take that with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, I think this is, yeah. That's the gorgeous rosy flush. I don't think I'll bother with any contouring because this whole look is supposed to be sort of soft focus as opposed to really defined. So I'm just going to use my Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette to set the face, and I'll use the more bronzy toned Radiant Light on my contour areas just to give it a tiny little bit of depth. Next, I'm going to use the Real Techniques multitasking brush just to apply dim light over the rest of the face. Then I'm just going to take my Inglot 6SS with Incandescent Light, which is the highlighter shade here, just to pop it on my highlight areas. For my brows, I'm just using my Louise Young Angled brush with a mixture of MAC Omega and this brunette brownie colour there. It's from a random Smashbox palette. Just starting in the body of the brow, getting most of the colour in the centre, and then whatever's left on the brush, bringing it into the front area of the brow. Because we don't like scouse brow. We want it to look nice and blended and natural. And finally, the lips. I'm just going to line and fill them in with this Prestige lip liner in the shade 206 Silk. I don't think you can get Prestige in Ireland anymore, which is annoying because they did some nice products. This is just a nice pinky nude shade which just sort of blots out the natural colour of my lips, which is quite red. And as the final finishing touch, I'm going to take one of Tanya Burr's new lip glosses in the shade Afternoon Tea and apply that. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed my spring, soft focus yet defined makeup look using the Urban Decay Naked 3 palette. And as always, if you have any questions or any comments, just leave me a comment below, and do like and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. Thanks a lot, guys. Bye.